What are we gonna do tonight, O.C.G?
Well, the same thing we try to do every night, Bertrum. Take over YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Obsessive Compulsive Gaming. I am the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, joined once again by my faithful manservant / factotum Bertrum. Say hello, Bertrum.
Hello, Bertram.
And this is our review for Murder on the Orient Express 2023. So, dear viewer, if you wouldn't mind, don't you dare forget to subscribe to this channel and like this video. Murder on the Orient Express 2023 released in 2023. Now you might be asking yourself, when specifically in 2023 did this game release? And I tell you, dear viewer, I can't even remember the last time I cleaned my ass after using the toilet. So how the hell do you expect me to remember the specific day, hour, month that this particular game released? It released this year, that's all you need to know. So, what the hell is this game? Well, you might be thinking to yourself, Murder on the Orient Express. I've seen a movie called that. And you would be right, there is many movies called that. You might also be thinking, I read a book called that. And again, you would be right, bookworm. You have indeed read a book called that. And you might also be thinking to yourself, I played a video game called that before. And you would be absolutely right, you video game nerd bastard you. You have indeed probably played several games called Murder on the Orient Express. But what differentiates this particular version of Murder on the Orient Express from the other versions of Murder on the Orient Express? Well, very little. Well, I say that, I mean there is an extended part of the game that's not in the novel or in the movies, in which it offers up a kind of sort of different solution to the murder, and it does feature another one or two murders that are not part of the original novel or other film versions. So, story. There's a murder on the Orient Express, and you have to investigate said murder on the Orient Express while playing as the world's greatest detective, Sherlock Hercule Poirot. And as Hercule Poirot, you interview suspects, solve boring puzzles, traverse the corridors and cabins of the Orient Express itself, as well as a section of the game in which you go to Venice and eventually Geneva, where you sort of rob a bank. But mostly in this game you're going to be talking to people and solving puzzles. Two things I absolutely cannot stand. 1. Talking to people. Can't stand it. Bloody overrated if you ask me. And 2. Solving puzzles. I don't like that either. Puzzles to me often equal boredom. And I must confess I did spend quite a lot of my time in Murder on the Orient Express, feeling rather bored. I mean, the game features no violence, no chase sequences, no machine guns, no gratuitous nudity from either the male or female or transgender characters. There isn't any dogs you can pet. You can't swing around the Orient Express like Spider-Man. There isn't any jump scares. You can't flush any of the toilets. There's a distinct lack of heavy metal music. By that I mean there is no heavy metal music. Though, having said all of that, Poirot does have a marvelous mustache. I'd like to comb that mustache while tickling Hercule Poirot's butthole. But that's a conversation for another time and place. So, what else can I tell you about bloody Murder on the Orient Express 2023? Well, the game will take you about 10 hours, 11 hours, 12 hours to finish. It's set modern day. Did I already say that? I think I already said that. Bertram, did I tell them it was set modern day?
I can't remember.
You're absolutely useless, Bertram. Anyway, now you know. The game is set modern day. No, there isn't something wrong with the recording. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I can tell you about the bloody game. Yes, it eventually ends, which is a good thing. Now, please don't think I'm being overly negative on this game. I, after all, am a fan of murder mysteries, but having played so many of the bloody things, this one is really no different to the ABC murders, or the Raven, which came out years ago, or the other Murder on the Orient Express video game that released in 2006. At least the Sherlock Holmes game that came out this year featured fucking Cthulhu in it. Pardon my Italian. So, I probably will not be playing this one again. Therefore, I declare that Murder on the Orient Express 2023, which released at some point in 2023, is okay. So, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. My totally not improvised review for Murder on the Orient Express 2023. If you enjoyed this little review of mine, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't enjoyed it, well then, feel free to give me a thumbs down. But please remember the single most important thing I always tell you, dear viewer, and that is to always stay obsessed with gaming. Say goodbye, Bertram.
Goodbye, Bertram.
Are you still here? Oh, you must have really enjoyed this video then. In that case, you had better subscribe to the channel and check out our other content. Otherwise, you're a booby pants, and no one wants to be a booby pants.